It's amazing how we as humans can find a home anywhere, and this summer Chile was my home. First, there was Santiago, a bustling city, a city with so much restlessness and movement and excitement. My most favorite thing that we did in Santiago, besides visiting sites such as San Cristobal Hill, La Plaza de las Armas, Pablo Neruda's house, and the local fruit market, was when we went to GOM, this cultural center/museum. We would go there after dinner, oftentimes to just regroup and reflect on our day. And every time we went, there would be a dance group practicing there. And we would just hear the same few lines of a song play over and over again because, they were practicing just that part. And you would think it would get annoying, but it didn't, because it was so vibrant, so lively, so uniquely Santiago. Then there was La Ligua, and here I learned the true meaning of community. I was only there for a week, but my host family already knew my favorite foods, and students in the community knew my favorite songs and would belt out the lyrics with me. On my birthday, a girl named Magdalena remembered that I said I loved coconut and manjar ice cream, and she remembered and actually went out to buy me some. Little moments like that make me so grateful that I got the chance to meet people with such big hearts. It was so admirable how everyone tried so hard to make us part of their community, but we were part of something bigger. We were part of their families. Our next stop was Valparaiso, and I think I found my city equivalent of a soulmate. Valparaiso is a city located on hills by the sea. Its settlers' haphazard way of forming created an amazing labyrinth of art. Every corner, every nook and cranny, every rock had art on it. The city simply exploded with color, and what can I say? I fell in love with it. We spent our days admiring the art around us, eating fresh seafood, and practicing our Spanish with local vendors. We even got a chance to discuss the economic issues regarding student debt with local students from Valparaiso. Some nights we would walk the cobblestone roads and search for ice cream. Other nights we would play foosball in the cute pizzeria next door. And some nights we would spend the night in, discussing the racial problems in the United States. And here was when I learned how respectful my group truly was and how grateful I was to be in this group. Because we were all different people from different places across the country. Yet we found a way to share our opinions without making someone else feel bad for theirs. We all tried to see where the other person was coming from, to see a situation from all different angles. In Valparaiso, I could feel our group becoming more like a family. We would make tea for each other, clean each other's dishes, and help each other with laundry. And just as we were becoming comfortable with our hostel, or should I say our home, we had to leave. On Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, I felt transformed. There were no skyscrapers or industrial buildings, so it was just sunsets and open skies all the time. If you stand out to the coast, all you see is water, blue against blue, sea and sky. At first you seem kind of lost, but then you just look around at how beautiful everything is. Everything is so much more simple here, yet so much more beautiful. And that just reminds us that we don't need all this electricity that creates pollution or all these material things that create trash in order to have something beautiful. The earth is amazing, but it's our responsibility to take care of it. One day we went fishing and all we brought were some reel, some hooks, and some raw chicken. And by the end of the day, we had about 50 fish, which was like a feast. And all we did was grill it on this grill in the middle of nowhere, it seems like. And we ate it off a rock, no utensils or anything. And it was the most simple way we could have ate, but it was so delicious because it was nice and fresh. And it was a great bonding experience. There were so many things on the island that were just simple, but we made them extraordinary. For example, the girls loved it whenever we had to drive somewhere because we would get into the car and we would get to blast music with the windows down as the scenery rolled past, and it was just magnificent. Being on the island gave us a chance to learn about the history of the Moai statues, which were like tombstones. Because it was a symbol of wealth, the lower class Rapa Nuis during the Civil War pushed all the Moai heads down. That, including a tidal wave, destroyed most of the Moais. Nonetheless, there are many companies working to preserve these marvelous yet mysterious monuments. Like I said before, there are so many simple beauties on Rapa Nui. And my favorite memory was when there was a blackout one night and we all just decided to lay out in front of this restaurant that we were eating at, and we just laid there and looked up at the stars. And the longer we stayed, the more stars appeared, and it was just a beautiful mosaic of twinkling lights. I guess what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter how much you have, but just how much you try to make the best of every situation. I truly want to thank all the furry friends that we met along the way who always seem to brighten our days. And to the friends I've made on this trip who truly care about me, I can tell, and who can always make me laugh. And I know that we live so far away, but that won't stop us from always having this connection. And finally, to Student Diplomacy Corps and their donors who truly gave me a summer that I will never forget. One in which I learned so much more about myself as well as the world around me. Thank you.